Alright, now let's move on and look at problem 2, and this one is finding the volume around a solid box. So it's not volume of a solid box, but around one, as we'll go over here. So let B be a solid box with length L, width W, and height H. Let S be the set of all points that are distance at most 1 from some point on B. And then we're asked express the volume of S in terms of L, W, and H. All right, yeah. So this basically a box, and then the volume that is just a shape around it, but it also includes that box, as we'll go to it further. And now let's look at the solution, and to better grasp this, we're going to use similar technique in the as in problem 1. We're going to use the problem-solving technique of using an analogy. So solution: solve the 2D case first. So let's try an analogous problem in 2 dimensions first, and then we'll see what we need to do for the 3D case. So consider a rectangle with length L and width W, and find the area of S in terms of L and W. So this would here, let's say, yeah, this would be a rectangle right here. So this I just copy and paste from my calculus book, just easier to work with right now. And now we're asked for the shape around it. It's going to be at most 1 from any point on the box. And the furthest point on that rectangle is going to be over here. So then at distance 1 is like that. And then at the edges, the furthest distance is going to be like this. That's 1. And then as you can see, you're going to form a quarter circle. So a curved shape like that. That's actually a quarter circle. This is a quarter circle. So you're going to have a full circle there, length 1. And yeah, so let's find the area of this shape S. And this area actually is the entire area, and it includes the rectangle. All right, so let's write this down. So I'm going to write A of S. So this equals to, well, it equals to this first. So it equals to that. That's going to be LW, just a rectangle, plus the next shape. So that we, so yeah, I'll keep this highlighted. Okay, plus the next one is going to be, well, this right here, and this. And that's just going to be, well, 2 times by the length, the width of this one's 1, the length is L there. So we're going to go L times 1, like that. All right, so the next one is we're going to have this and this. And that is just 1 times W, but there's 2 of them. So 2W times 1, like that. And then the next one is this right here. Yeah, this. Yeah, I'll just write this a bit better. Do that, this, and this. And so that's a quarter circle. Yeah, so this is going to be 4 plus, well, quarter circle is going to be, yeah, plus 4 times by a quarter circle. So quarter circles be 1/4, and then the area of a circle is pi r squared. So pi 1 squared, like that. And I'll just draw this here better. So this right here is just going to be 1/4 of a circle. So this is going to be of a circle. So in other words, I'll just draw this better. This is, if you have a circle like that, so this is going to be 1/4 of it, like that. So that's 1/4 circle, and that's yeah. Again, look at this shape right here. This you combine them all together, you form a perfect circle. So then this simplifies to, this just becomes LW plus 2L plus 2W plus, and then the 4's cancel. We're just going to be left with plus pi, like that. This is our area. Area of the shape S right here, which includes the full rectangle. Alright, now that we've gotten a 2D case, now this can help us solve the 3D case. So now in 3 dimensions, the volume of S is, so let's draw this out first. So let's draw our solid box first. So we have a solid box, and now we have to include the factor for the height. So there's the height H, there's the length, like that, is L. So this is the length L, and then it has a width W. So you have a width right here, W, and I'll draw this W. So keep it there. It's W like that, and it goes like that. So there is our, yeah. So there's our box. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to write the volume of this box. Of the full S and part. So the first one we have drawn already. This is just going to be length times height times length times width times height. Alright, so we have that. So then we're going to add, the next section is again, distance 1 from it. So let's draw this in a different color, and let's pick red right here. Alright, so we have red, and what we'll do is, let's take the top part. The part's going to be look like this. Say we have a length 1 like that, and this goes like this, and there's going to be actually 2 of them. Yeah, let's draw this a bit better like that, and this goes across like that. So that is that, and this has a length as, or the height is 1 of this one, but there's going to be 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is move this down right here, down a bit more. So this is going to be like this, like that. Alright, so we have like that. And this also has the height 1, and again has the width W. So we're going to have 2 of them. So what I'll do is, well, I'll keep it in red actually, just to, so it's pretty interesting like that. So 2 times, we're going to have length times it by W times it by 1. So LW1. Let's keep it like that. LW and then 1. Let's put the dot like that. Okay, just keep it the dot there. Just for the 1, like that, and I'll keep it all there, just because we usually don't, 1 numbers and letters together. They're not usually written together unless it's there's a multiplication there. Anyway, so LW times L times W times 1, and now the next one we're going to draw this in blue. So let's say we have a blue right here, and we're going to go with this side. Actually, we're going to go. I'm going to draw in front of us. Like this. Oh, it's gonna be 3D, so I will draw it like this. Yeah, it's protruding out this way, and then it's like that, and so on, like this. Okay, let's fix this up, like this, and then this it's protruding out by 1, and it has a height H and LW, and there's 2 of them, so we have always on the other side as well. I'll just keep it like that. I'll just draw it like that. Anyway, so that's that. There's 2 of those. This is going to be plus 2. So plus 2 times, and now we're going to have length L, height H, and then times it by, this is the protruding, the width 1. Alright, so the next one I'm going to draw it actually in green. We're going to get, again, now it's going to be protruding out this way. So we have something like this. And there's a section out like that, and this is protruding out by 1 there, and this one has width and height. So we're going to have 2 times width, height, and then times by 1, like that. And let's draw the other part out as well. It's going to be out on this side there, like that. Alright, so again, it's all convoluted, but you get the idea. Alright, and now we're running out of color, so I'm just going to use black for the rest. Now we're going to have an interesting sections right here. So we're going to have actually a cylinder, or a quarter cylinder like this, that goes across there, has length, has radius 1, 1, 1, like that, and has width W. And there's going to be, there's going to be actually, let's go one of these, and there's actually going to be at the bottom as well. So it's going to be like that, and it's at the bottom, so we actually have 4 of these. So in other words, we're going to have plus 4, and what I'm just going to do is times it by, we're just going to have 4 cylinders, a quarter cylinders like this. This is going to be, this is going to be height and width 1. I mean, width like that, height and depth or whatever is 1 like that. So 4 times cylinders like that. And then we're going to have another 4 over here, so like this, and this, again, it's all convoluted, but if you're following slowly, you can grasp it. Alright, so there's 4 then in the back as well, somewhere in the back like that as well. Let's see, it's all, yeah, it's very, very convoluted, and I put it in dash line, so it's going backwards. Find it. Alright, so that's going to be now 4 times it by, and this one is, yeah, this is going to be 1, 1, and then this is, actually, no, that one we already drew that. I mean, it's going to be over on this side right here, I mean. So the top here and here, and on the back side as well, so we have the back side already. And that back side, this is going to be length L, and there's the 1, 1 there. So this is, yeah, so height, depth, or width, whatever, 1, and then there's the L there. So it's going to be 4 times, I'm going to draw it like this. 1, 1, and it goes all the way across, and it's the long one. like that, this is going to be L, like that. All right, and now there's even more. We're going to have actually now 4 these ones now. So if you look at these green ones, so green connects to the, I'll move it around this right here. Yeah, green connects like this, so it loops like that. So a cylinder around here and here, and here and there, and around it. So this is this part and around like that. It's a bit hard to see here. Let's draw this in 3D. Like that. That's going to be around it. So anyways, so that's going to be 4 of those, and I'll make a dash line as well here underneath there. So that's 4 of those, where it's going to be, yeah, the height of that is h. So we'll draw it like this 4 times, like this, and then it's a curve here. There's 1, 1, and now it's the height is h, like that. And then lastly, now if we look at the corner, there's actually 8 corners. So 8 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 corners, and in this part right here, what we actually have, and it's hard to see, it's going to be at the corner. We actually have, and again, it's a curved shape. The distance all is 1 from the central spot like that, and has 3 flat sides, 1, 2, and 3. And in fact, I think it's already pretty much drawn inside in here. I'm just going to shade this in. This is actually 1/8 of a sphere. So what we'll do is, yeah, if I look at this right here, and again, if you remove all the center pieces and combine them together, you're going to get a perfect sphere, similar to how we had a perfect circle right here. So instead of 1/4, now we're going to have 8. There's 4 corners there. I mean, there's 8 corners because of this box. And so what we end up having is, this is going to be, if I draw this in 3D, it's going to look like this, and this, like that, and this is going to be, this is going to be 1, 1, 1, like that, and then I'll draw this fully. This is the full diameter across like this, and then the full height, or around there, the whole thing around there. So it's basically a full sphere. I think it looks something, yeah, it looks something like that. This actually ends up going here, like this. I think something like that. And where this is the full sphere. So we have 1/8 of a sphere. Again, it's hard to see exactly, but yeah, that's what it is. And you could use your imaginations there. And again, there's 1/8 of that sphere there. So epic stuff there. All right, here, just fixed that up. Made some solid piece on the solid lines on the around side. Anyway, so that's a quarter there. So now we can just put these all together. We're going to get equals 2 LWH plus 2LW plus 2LH plus, and then we're going to get a, actually instead of the 2, we're going to take out the 2's everywhere. Plus 2, so remove the 2 out of those. Actually, we'll do that afterwards. So LW plus 2, just put everything in first, then we're going to simplify it. So 2LH, now then 2WH, and then next part right here is going to be plus 4, and that's a cylinder, and the cylinder has, this is just 4 of those. In other words, 4 times a quarter cylinder. In other words, we just have a full cylinder, and this is radius is 1. So the area, basically, it's going to be the area of a circle times it by the length. So in other words, we're going to have pi 1 squared divided by times by w. And so in 4, yeah, basically 4 of those basically becomes one cylinder. And the next one right here is going to be plus 4 times this one here. Again, we can ignore the 4 and just consider a full cylinder. So pi r squared, so pi 1 squared times it by L, like that. And then the next one here, similar to here, remove the 4, and we're just going to get pi 1 squared, the area times by the height, and like that. And then the next one here is 8. Again, there's 8 of this, so 1/8 of a sphere just becomes a full sphere. And recall the equation of a volume of a sphere, just 4/3 pi times 1 cubed. Yeah, so that's a r cubed. So then simplify this all. Yeah, simplify this all. We get right here v over s. V of s of the volume of the full shape is equal to LWH plus, and then factor of the 2, LW plus LH plus WH, and then plus, this is going to be pi, and we can also factor out the pi out of everything. Yeah, so we can factor out the pi out of the W, plus the L, plus the H, and then plus, and I'll just move this all the way here, plus 4 over 3 pi. Alright, and now we can just box this whole thing in. So there it is.